Hello there. Good morning. I've just left that a few seconds to for things to start, and I was just looking what the dog is under my desk, but she was crunching on something, I think. Maybe. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we've got 5 of you on. Welcome back to Julie being live. Thank you for joining me. It's week 5. It's the last week of this round. So I've only managed one live, which was the first week. That was determined to do the last week. So I'm okay at the moment. Very swollen still in my tummy area. And whether you want to know that or not, I don't know. But still very sore on my tummy area and swollen. And a little bit of, well, a bit of pain, but more internal pain while everything sort of repairs itself. And as my friend, lovely friend, Dr. Peach said, you know, your kidneys, if I don't know if you know this, are quite near your back. So to go in and remove a kidney, they have to go quite deep inside and move a lot of things around to get it out of the way. So to get them out of the way to get to it. So yeah, I've got a checkup in 3 weeks. 3 weeks tomorrow I've got a checkup. So I'm looking good. Do you know what? I've put a bit of makeup on, Sandra, and I've actually got my pajama bottoms on. I've got dress top half and got my pajama bottoms. So on business, well, it's a hoodie. I've got dress top half, but not bottom half. But yeah, oh, thank you. So last week was horrendous. I'm not going to lie, because why sugarcoat? Last week was not good, pain wise and mentally as well. They told me that week 4, we're in week 4 now since the operation, so it will be 4 weeks on Friday, but we're into week 4 of recovery. And they told me that week 4 would be the weepy week, but that was last week for me, week 3. So yeah. So, oh, thank you for your comments. Do you know what? I'm actually comfortable now. That's the thing. You get in a position, and I'm actually comfortable, and it's actually nice to do something to take your mind off. You know, I have been quite good at not doing much. I've surprised myself. Those who've known me a long time know that I'm always on the go, but I've actually been quite good at not doing too much and bossing people about. It's been quite good, getting them to do things for me. Oh, Fiona's still in the PJs. So yeah, the doggy's been loving all the cuddles. She's been going out with lots of different people. Can't say the W word. She's been going out with lots of different people. I think we've got about 6 different people on the rota to take her out. So yeah, she's been very spoilt with people taking her out, and she's been brilliant, actually. Very, very surprisingly brilliant. She's loved all the cuddles, and not on Facebook apparently. Oh, I don't know why. It's ticked that I'm on Facebook, Sue. So I always do tell people to watch on YouTube anyway. I encourage people to watch on YouTube rather than Facebook. But I tick the box to be live on Facebook, so I'm not sure what's happened there, and I can actually see it's ticked here, and it says I am live on Facebook. So who knows? I will investigate that after. But I always say watch on YouTube because there's more chat. I think it's a little bit more user-friendly as well. So, right. So what's happening in the world of Stampin' Up? Enough about me. But thank you for your kindness. So today is the last day. Today is the last day for this current catalogue. So let me just... It's the last day for this catalogue. The last day for the last chance bargains, and from tomorrow this catalogue will be live. Now I posted in my VIP group, if you've shopped with me this year in 2024, hi Betty, if you've shopped with me in 2024, you should have received one. I needed to order a few. I underestimated how many I needed to send, but I've also had to, I did mention on my customer group, the catalogues do cost me to purchase, and postage has gone up a lot. So when I sent my catalogues out last week, it cost me £80 in postage. So I am, I'm afraid, only sending them to people who are regularly ordering with me, and doing classes, and taking part in the events. If you do want one, then I can, and you're not ordering, then I can send you one, but there will be like a nominal charge just to cover the cost of the catalogue and the postage. Postage and packing, because it honestly, it all adds up, even the postage bags, or boxes and tape and everything like that. Everything is increasing. The cost of the catalogues has increased too. So anyway, not all doom and gloom. But tomorrow the catalogue goes live. Now, normally I would have done an online catalogue launch, which I have charged for in the past, and for my customers, customer only event. Now I won't be. Hi Sarah, hope you are doing all right. Oh, how is Craig? He's not doing too bad, thank you. The kidney's working well. It's not, maybe not increasing maybe quite as fast as we would have hoped, but he's also got anemia, so he's really struggling with that. It's just had we've had a few bumps on the road, and just because we've done the operation, that's not the end of that's not the end of it. We're now just on a different chapter now. So yeah, he's going to hospital twice a week at the moment to monitor his stats, but I think it's changing to once a week from next week because it will have been a month. So yeah. Oh well, I'm glad you're here, Sarah. Oh, thanks, Sue. You just have a watch. So new catalogue now. Yeah, what I was saying was normally I would do a customer online launch and I'd show some products, send some kits out, send the catalogues out. I've not had the headspace or the ability to do that. So what I am going to do for my customers who are in my VIP group, tomorrow throughout the day, I am going to be going live in my customer group. I might do some in my main page as well, to share some new goodies, to share the catalogue, to go through a few things, because there are some changes in it. There's some changes in the layout. So yeah, I'm going to be in and out of the customer group throughout the day. So have a look for my Facebook lives, and oh yeah, I'm just reading your comments. So yeah, keep an eye on that tomorrow. So I'll be doing it as and when I feel like I can, but I feel fine. I'm fine sat here. I've got my glass of water. I'm all good. So next week, the Latte Love Coffee and Card starts, and my lovely team member, Kylie, who came to help me send the catalogues out last week, is coming tomorrow to help me cut and prep all the coffee and cards. Now, I say all because I've had loads of you join me. Now, I think you might remember me saying that coffee and card numbers were down because, people were struggling to purchase the bundle and things like that. So I added in a tier where you just, an option just to have the papers and sort of like do things a little bit different by cutting the papers out, and it's a cheaper option. So I've had lots more people join to just use the papers. Now, hopefully after the 6 weeks, you might think, oh, I've just got to have, or some of you might think, I've just got to have that coffee stamp set and dies, and that's fine. But if not, if you want to just join and be engaged and join along and craft along, please, if you are in my customer group, I just encourage you. And Sandra Newell, you get 10 points for Gryffindor for posting your cards pictures in the customer group. because you do it every week on the lavender one, and I've loved seeing them. So please do. You don't have to take a really posh photo. You know, the messier the desk, that's fine. We don't mind. So yeah, let's get on with some crafting. I've talked enough. I've talked for 10 minutes. All right. Okay, so hopefully you should be able to see my desk. I have got my glass mat out because hopefully that's working. I look like I've frozen. Oh, I think I froze then. Apologies for that. Yeah, I've got my glass mat out, which I put out when I was doing some of the recording, the pre-records, because I can't see my camera when it's filming, when I'm doing pre-records, and I worked out that the area of the glass mat was what you could see on the screen. Now, I've not been able to I don't normally do these with it there now, but I can't lift it to move it. It's quite heavy. Shouldn't be doing any lifting, so it's still there. So if there's any reflection, I apologise, but it's there. So I showed you this last week, and this is a take on a card that we did at on my spring treat day. Now look out for another treat day coming soon, because I'm going to do a summer treat day. I'm not sure of dates yet. It certainly won't be in June. It's more likely to be in July, towards the end, I would think. So yeah, they're very popular. Well, they're not very popular because they're an expense, but they're very well received when I do them, and it probably won't cost as much as the spring one. So this is a card that we did on the spring treat day, and I loved it so much. It got so much love that we're going to do a similar one, but obviously didn't include the lavender in this suite, but you've got the postage dies. So what I thought we'd do is just do something like that, so I can teach you the measurements and everything. And then I think I've got some of these bits cut already, and I don't know why they're already cut. That's a bit strange. But anyway, so yeah, I've cut some of it. So I've ended up, I've got two of those. Don't need two. Right, so I'm going to go through the kit. So you should have, I don't think I've scored it for you. You should have a normal Highland Heather A6 card base. I've included some crumb cake, and I've included a piece of white card. Okay, so if you are crafting along and that's what you've got in your bag, please do confirm that's what you have. So what we're going to do, and I made this back in March, so I have forgotten the measurements, but I'm just going to do it off the hoof. Yeah, that's 3.2. Okay, so with your trimmer, I am going to pop, so it's scored, I'm going to pop this, and I'm going to score at this side, because I want to score on the left, that one, but it's on the right when you open it up. I'm going to score it at 3.2. Okay. Now, when we did this on the treat day, we did put extra card in. I'm not doing that because it would have been too expensive for coffee and card, but we're just going to put paper direct onto the card base. So we've scored that and folded it back, and we've scored it at 3.2. All right. Now we need to do a little bit of cutting. So we are going to cut paper for this bit that you see there, for this front panel, and for this back panel. Okay, and then you should have this piece of white that's going to sit in there like that. All right, So because I've forgotten measurements, I'm just going to, now you can actually do whatever you want. It depends how wide you want the border. So it's up to you. I've done quite narrow borders on this card. Now I got this card from my lovely friend Kayla in Tasmania. So I've not got too big a border around the edges. So it's completely up to you. But this gap here is 7.2, okay? So I'm thinking of just coming in 0.5. So it would be 6.7 wide. And then it's 14.8. So it'd be 14.3. So 6.7 by 14.3. Now I'm going to use up some of my paper. I've just pulled out, basically, I've just pulled out what I consider scraps that I thought I've kept my original design all purple, but I thought that I might go for something a bit different and I might bring some greens in and use that one. Now I like this one, but I'm not sure if I've got enough. Actually, I might have enough. I don't know if I want that white one. No, I'm going to go with this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down. Just going to straighten that up there. Sorry, I've not read your comments. Love this card. Oh, your son's come in and made you a cuppa. Betty, that's amazing. Do you know what? Everything tastes better when someone makes it for you. Okay, so I've cut this down to 14.3. And then the first one, as I said, I'm going to cut at 6 by 8. Now, the thing is, oh no, 6.7. The thing is, you can always take a bit more off, but you can't add it on. So that's going to go there like that, and that will fold. I've actually got a fairly wide border there, but that's all right. So this gap here is 3.2, because that's what we scored it at. So this needs to be 2.7, and then this one I'll also be doing at 2.7. So I'm going to do 2 at 2.7, and I'm going to use the measurement at the right hand side. So I always say in my videos, if ever I'm cutting anything that's smaller than 3.5 centimeters, I use the measurement on the right hand side, because it means that you can secure your paper up at the top a little bit better, because you've got more to push against. So hopefully these will be right. Oh, it's nice to be crafting again. This is the first crafting I've done since I recorded those videos. So that's going to go on there, and that's going to go on there, and then that will go on there. Okay, like that. So should we stick that down? So I will repeat the measurements. So the height for all of them is 14.3. Yeah. And then this, the width was 6.7. And then for these two, it was 2.7. So that's a bit easy to remember. Okay. Actually, this card would look nice, I'm sure, with the coffee design too. Oops, it's not straight, Julie. Oh, that's lovely, Anne. You can always go back and watch again and get the measurements. And I can't type because I normally type the measurements for you, but to reach over and type will probably hurt my tummy because I'll be pressing on the desk. It's quite swollen. I do look a bit preggers. So I do look a bit preggers at the moment. Okay, so that looks really nice. I think so anyway. So this, all being well, should then fit here with a little gap. I just think I might need to trim some off the height. I think I've trimmed it a bit taller. Let me just check. I would normally get my mini guillotine out, but it's in my bottom. It's in the bottom drawer. Yeah, it's 14.5. I think I've cut that out. So you might want to trim down to 14.3. Yeah, I'd normally use my little guillotine for that, but it's in. I'd have to lean down, and I'm trying to avoid doing things like that. Okay, so it's up to you, but you can, if you want, vintage this up. Now, with this one, I've gone very, very vintagey, and because we were using the lavender, I've really, really sponged it. And because there wasn't really much white on the front, I wanted to sort of de-whiten this. However, I actually think this one looks nicer for the white because it's got white flowers in. It's a bit of a fresher look. Yeah. So I think I'm not going to sponge that. But if you want to do the vintage look, I used my lovely blending brushes and I did that. But I've shown you that before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in sending love and best wishes to stamp on the inside. And I think I will stamp it in Gorgeous Grape because that was in front of me. I feel a bit nervous. First stamping for 4 weeks. Now don't worry, if we can always use the emergency side if we oh, look at that, she's back. She's back. She's here. Julie's back. What you watch, there'll be ink on something. There'll be ink everywhere on something. Yes, it's the last day of the paper. In fact, when I checked, it was on low stock. So what I didn't say is it's the last day of the main catalogue, but also the mini catalogue, the one with the ice cream on the front. Okay, so I've left that white and I've kept it simple there inside. And then for the front, this is the design that we did on the treat day. But what I'm going to do, because there were no stamps included in this kit, I'm going to actually cut one of the postage dies and use that on the front. Now, I sort of wish there was one in between that size and this size, but I'm going to have to go with that one because the others are just too big. So I just think if I did the massive one, let me just show you, not the biggest, but this one, I just think it will be too big on the card. Yeah, so I'll do the smaller one. I've given you a very big piece of card, so if you want to use something else, you can use something else. So it's actually not a tricky card, it's just getting your measurements right, but it looks effective. That could do it being a bit bigger. Anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, it needs to be something a bit bigger. Or should we go it like that? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. Like that. Yeah. I'm going to do it like that. Oh, the doggy's here now. And what I did bring out, because it's retiring, I want to say a fond farewell to it. Yeah. It's the Biggest Wish stamp set. And I'm hoping that I can get what I want to fit in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So I've put the birthday and the happy. Yeah, should just fit. Now I am going to clean these because goodness knows when I last cleaned them. They have been very well, oh yeah, look, loved, because they've lost a bit of sticky because I don't. Right, so we've cleaned that. Let's get that back on there now. I think that's better, Julie. So we've cleaned that one. And that one has some brown on. Oh, this'll be from the, I bet it's from the tools set. Hopefully that's clean now. Or maybe not. Right. Okay. So I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape again, and I'm going to do birthday, happy birthday. Oh, I'm missing comments. Oh, that's brilliant that you've had a. That's nice. So I was saying earlier, look out on my group tomorrow because I'm going to be doing some little videos. Oh, my stamp's hanging off the block. Quick, quick, let's rescue it. Oh, Sandra, no, you always post. You always post, and I love it. Thank you. Keep posting, girl. Keep posting. So sometimes, you know, what I'm trying to show here with this card this week, I know I've let you do your own thing, is we don't always need like images. You can just do a card with greetings because the papers are so busy. You know, we don't need images. So I'm going to pop that on the front there. You know, if you wanted to put something behind it, you can. Now what you need to be aware of is you only want glue down the very middle of it. Yeah, because we're only by me. But it's just a nice, easy way of. Oh, the dog's waiting to go out of my craft room. Okay, I think she's heard Craig tinkering about downstairs. So that's the last card. Now what I always do is I do a little showcase and I go through the weeks, which feels a bit weird because I've not been here for the weeks, but of course I still did my vids, still did the videos, so we'll do the little showcase, and I must remember to do a Facebook post on these. Okay, so that was week 1. week 2, week 3, week 4 there, week 5. Now, please let me know which is your favourite. Yes, Sandra, everyone loves seeing people love seeing my customers' cards more than mine. I can't say that enough. Or now what we could do is you could add a few little gems on your card, but I've not done that. You can titivate it up a little bit. But yeah, there are the 5 weeks, and then next week we start on the coffee, which they will be getting posted out Wednesday, Thursday. So one thing I do need to say, in fact, I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh no, I need to show you. Is it's a bit of a sad day for me today, actually, because Craig and I should have been in Mexico today on the Stampin' Up incentive trip, and we sadly had to not go because of the surgery. And if you followed me last year, and indeed many of you helped me, I achieved the trip on the very last day last year. I worked like crazy, and with the help of gorgeous customers, I managed to earn the trip. Now, Stampin' Up have sent us some funds. It's like a cash out. It's not this like for like, but it's a really generous amount, and it means Craig and I can go somewhere when he's able to travel that we choose. So we'll probably be going to Santorini, which is our favourite place. And I did get some nice gifts in the post a couple of weeks ago, which is lovely. Now, that being said, I am starting now to work like heck so I can take Craig on next year's trip, which is Disneyland it's Disney World. I get them mixed up, but it's the one in Orlando. He's never been to Disney, and he reckons he won't like it, but I know he'll love all the rides. I've said, look, it's not just Disney, it's Star Wars and things like that, Harry Potter and not everything. So yeah, I've still got quite a few months to go. I've got a few plans in place. But yeah, so watch this space. Could be Operation Get Craig to Orlando next year. I know he'll love the water parks, but I'm not sure if he'll be allowed down the slides now with his new kidney. Yes, we should have been there. It is a shame, but I wouldn't change why. You know, it is a very good reason why we're not there. And, you know, I said to Craig, I don't regret like doing this and not going, you know, wouldn't, you know, but yeah, I'm a little bit sad when I see the people's posts, but then, you know, I'm happy that I achieved it. So yesterday I did a little bit of work on my upcoming events. I've added a couple of new things, including a bingo night in June and the next coffee and card, which will start on the 18th of June. Now, in the catalogue, I'm not supposed to show the inside until tomorrow, but let me just find it. If you have got a catalogue, Stampin' Up are doing a couple of more reasonably priced bundles. So if you have got a catalogue from me, these are on page 64 and 65. And there's a baby one and there's a shopping one. And I want to use the shopping one for the next coffee and card. Now, please do not write this off as just a stamp set and a die set with a shopping trolley, because taking that out of the equation, these images are fantastic. So you've got a plant, a bottle, a cake, flowers, and a shopping bag, and it's crying out for paper piecing, which is where you stamp onto paper and cut it out. The shopping bag is, the cake is, the sentiments are great, the fonts are lovely, and then the dies that come with it. It's not a massive set, they're all usable dies. So you've got the shopping trolley, and then you've got 5 dies to cut out the 5. So think cards with a trolley full of bottles. You can do cards with shopping bags on, plants in the trolley, all sorts. So I've got loads of ideas for that, and I'm teaming it up with some papers called To Market that have shopping bags on the papers, and they have like fruit and veg on them, so we can do a trolley with other different things in. So it'd be really, really fun. So that is available now on my website for booking. And I've just put a link on the bottom to my website. But I've put the website name. But there is an option just to get the papers. Now, I will say you can do that, but it might be a bit tricky because you won't be able to stamp a shopping trolley. So I might add a third. At the moment, I've just done one with the papers, so you can cut out the shopping things, and then one with the bundle. I'm thinking about it. I may be best actually adding just the stamp set. Let me check the price of that. It's £19 is the stamp set, so I may think about doing that. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Oh, hi Caroline, thanks for joining. Well, I tell you, we'll sell it to you. I put a link on I think the VIP group yesterday. Michaela's cards are just, she did a showcase with this. She's done cards just with some bottles on, flowers, the shopping bags, and not use the trolley, and a little plant and things like that. So I can't wait for that. Also on my website is an in colour product share. Now I can't find one of my ink pads, but I didn't really delve to the bottom of the box because I shouldn't really be delving in boxes. But I've got a bronze, silver and gold. Bronze starts at £22 and it includes just card, ribbon and some papers. And then silver includes the same as bronze, but with the in colour markers. And then don't get confused, but gold is the same as bronze, not the same as silver. So it includes all the paper, the card, the ribbon, but it includes the 5 ink pads. Okay, there is one missing, that's Shy Shamrock. So the colours are fantastic. So take a look at that. However, starting tomorrow, we have an amazing offer to join Stampin' Up, and you're going to get in your starter kit all the new ink pads in the new colours and some paper, I think, and a card, and I think the markers. I need to familiarise myself with it. Can you hear the dog? She's not happy. She wants me to finish. So yeah, so I'm actually need to move position now because I can feel my tummy. Oh, come here. You want to come on my knee, don't you? You can't come up, darling. You can't come on my knee and I can't lift you up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just turn the... Yeah. The dog's getting angry with me. Hey, come on, can you come up? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Right. Still, steady. Oh, gosh. Here we are. Right, there we go. There we go. Be careful on mummy. Careful on mummy. There we go. Yeah, I will do, Fiona. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, tomorrow is the new catalogue day. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's lovely as the shop set. So yeah, and yeah, please keep an eye on the group tomorrow. I'll be showing lots of new stuff, hopefully. And thanks for joining me. It's been lovely to be back. I was a bit nervous actually, and I've not crafted for a while. And I wondered how I'd go, but I got everything. I potted about a bit on Sunday, and I got everything sort of ready within reaching distance. And yeah, oh, don't forget, it's the last day today of April, so it's the last day of the catalogue. I'm placing my last order at about 7 o'clock tonight. So I will see you next week for coffee and card. Coffee with the coffee. Coffee and card, Beulah, with the coffee. And we'll see you all. And we'll see you next week, won't we? We'll see you next week. Yes, I know. Yeah, should we see everyone next week? Should we say bye? Right, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, mummy can't reach. There we go.